welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 books I want to read in 2022. So I decided instead of picking 22 books for 2022, I would just stick to 10 because if you saw my reaction to my 21 books to read in 2021 video, you know I didn't even read half of those books. So I figured let's be realistic and I would make it a bit easier on myself, so I picked 10 books. So hopefully I can read all of these in 2022. We'll see, but these are the 10 that are definitely at the top of my TBR. I'm going to be trying to fit them in my monthly TBRs. So yeah, so let's just get into the books. So the first book, obviously, is Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. This is Sally Rooney's newest release and I read Normal People a couple years ago now, I think, and I loved it so much. I love Sally Rooney's writing and I just need to read more from her, and I've heard such amazing things about this book. I don't really know what it's about, but knowing her, I'm sure it's about people and their relationships and just the human condition and just what it means to be alive. And I'm just so excited. Also, this cover is so pretty and I'm just ready to fall in love with another Sally Rooney book. So yeah. Next I have a book that I have only heard amazing things about and I just have a great feeling that I'm gonna love this book, and that is Pachinko by Min-Jin Lee. This is a historical fiction and it follows I think Korean? Yes, a Korean family throughout their life, and I love, first of all, I love historical fiction. Second of all, I love books that follow certain characters throughout their whole life, and I think that's what happens in this book. And again, I've just heard such amazing things about it and I have such a good feeling that I'm gonna love it, and I know Sydney from Sid Bookworm loves it, so that just gives me hope that I will also love it. So yes, top of my TBR for sure. Next we have a book that was very popular this past year and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to it in 2021, but that is Ace of Spades by Farida Abike-Iyimide. And I've only heard amazing things about this book, and this was kindly sent to me from Kasey, so thank you Kasey. But all I know is I think this is dark academia, but is it a fantasy? I don't know if this is a fantasy actually, so let me know, but I do know it's supposed to be dark academia and I'm just so ready to read it. I've heard there's great twists in it and there's just something about it. Again, I mean I could say the same thing for all of these books. I'm very excited about it. There's something about them that is pulling me towards them. You get the idea, but very excited about this book as well. The next book is a bit of a wild card. I really am not sure how I'm going to feel about it because I've heard so many mixed opinions about this book, but once again I just have a feeling I'm gonna love it, and that is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. And I got this for my birthday last year from Sid, and this is another book that she loves. So again, I just trust Sid with my life, honestly. From what I know, this is about two agents on the opposite sides of a time war who are sending letters to each other, and they fall in love through those letters. And I think I've heard people say the book is kind of confusing, but I think it's less about the plot and more about the writing and the relationship between these two characters. So I don't know, I'm just very excited to read it. It's not very long, so hopefully I can just read this quickly one day. I mean, I think you need to use all your brain cells to read this book, so I don't know if this is a one sitting kind of book, but I just have a feeling, like something about it I'm like, It's also like, you know when you hold a book it just feels right in your hands? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's how I feel with this book, so once again, very excited about it. Okay, next is another book I've heard such amazing things about. I think this one, I don't think I've heard any bad things about. That is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. I can't remember if this came out last year or the year before, but since it came out, I've only heard great things. I've heard a lot of people say that if you love Nevermore, then you'll love this. Once again, I don't remember what it's about, but it is a middle grade, and I really want to get more into middle grades in the new year because this past year, Nevermore might have been the only one I read. Oh, and Sunny St. James. So it might have been only those two, but I can't remember. But I do want to start reading more middle grade, and I think this is a great place to start because I've heard so many amazing things about it, so definitely want to get to this one soon. Okay, this next book, if I don't read it this year, I swear there's something wrong in the old noggin. Because this has been one of my most anticipated books since it came out. Since I first heard about it, I bought it as soon as I could, and then it has just been sitting on my shelf for like over a year now. What's wrong with me? But that is A Lat's Away by Darcy Little Badger. Like, once again, this just seems like the perfect book for me. It has Ace Rep and it has a ghost dog. Like, that's all I need to know. I've heard such amazing things about this book and about Darcy Little Badger's writing, and she just came out with her next book, A Snake Falls to Earth, I think it's called, which has such a beautiful cover, and this cover is also beautiful. And like, let's look under the dust jacket, shall we? Look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. I need to read it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah, this book, again, top of my TBR. I need to freaking read this book already, so I hear Leslie outside my door. So 2022 is the year of Alat's Way. Hold me accountable, folks, okay? Comment on every TBR video to put this on my TBR. If I don't know. I just it's one of those books that I'm just really nervous to read because I have such high expectations for them. So I just need to rip off the band-aid and read it because I know I'm gonna love it. So this year it's gonna happen, promise. Next we have the last two books I need to read for my 5-star predictions video, which I made at the very beginning of my channel. It was like the 4th or 5th video I ever made. There were 5 books on that list and I'm still missing 2. Like, that was like a year and a half ago. What is wrong with me? I don't know. But if I don't read those 2 books this year, once again, we have a problem in the noggin. But the first one of those books is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I read Circe in 2020 and I really did not like that book, but I have higher hopes for this one. It is obviously about Achilles and Patroclus, and there is a love story between them, and I know this book has recently had a resurgence because of TikTok. Everyone is obsessed with this book, everyone cries so much at the end, so I just need to read it. I mean, it is a 5-star prediction after all, so I think I'm gonna love it. I love books that make me cry, so here it is. And then the other book from that 5-star predictions video is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily XR Penn, and she has another book coming out this year, so I should read this one so that I could know if I should get her next one, you know? But this one, I think it follows a girl who loses her mother to suicide, and she believes that her mom has turned into a bird, and I've heard this one is also very emotional. This cover is stunning. It's like my favorite color palette right here. All it's missing is yellow. It's beautiful, and once again, should make me cry, which we love in this house. So I need to get to it this year. It has to happen. Hold me accountable. This book is very dusty. Oh my god. Anyways, this is another book that I bought almost right after it came out, and I was like, I need to get my hands on this book, and then it came out, and guess what I did? I did not read it. But it came out this past year, and I've heard only amazing things about it. You just saw it. It is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, who also wrote The Martian, which is one of my favorite books of all time and also one of my favorite movies of all time. I just love that story so much, and I've heard such great things about this book. I think it has like a kind of, not a similar premise, but all I know is about another astronaut, and I think he is isolated somewhere in space. I don't know, but I haven't heard too many people like talk about the plot of this book because I have heard that it's best going into this knowing not too much about it. So I'm just so excited to get back into Andy Weir's writing, and I just have a feeling this could end up being like a favorite of 2022. So I gotta get to it. I feel like I'm being chaotic in this video. I'm just mad at myself for not reading these books sooner. And we have one more book, and this one I kind of just threw in there just because it's another book that I just have a really good feeling about. It's another book that Sydney loves, so this video is sponsored by Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. And that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have never read an Emily Henry book, but I own, I think, 3 of her books. So I gotta get to Emily Henry's books this year. All I know about this is that it's a romance between these 2 writers. One of them writes romance, one of them writes literary fiction, and they are both like having a writer's block, so they swap genres. And also, like, I don't think this is a very fluffy romance. I've heard that it also deals with some like heavier themes, and I know a lot of people had a problem with that, but for me personally, I mean, I already said, I love drama, I love heavy themes in books, I love when books make me cry and emotional, so I am here for romance and heavy times. That's just who I am as a person, so I just have a really good feeling about this book, and I would love to get to it maybe in the summertime. I don't know if we'll be going to any beaches this year, but it's all about the vibes, so hopefully 2022 is the year of this book as well. So those are 10 books that are at the top of my TBR in 2022. Once again, I will be reacting to this video this time next year to see if I have read these books. Hopefully I have. I need to read more than half. If I could read all of them, that would be the dream, but it's me we're talking about, so she can't be trusted. But let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them. Which ones should I prioritize? Are there any that you think I should actually stay away from? Let me know all those fun facts. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!